All right. Red headset's back, which actually, come to think of it, may or may not matter to the folks watching on this channel. But what better way to celebrate than to do a little bit of sheathy car mods. Speaking of sheathy car mods, if you want the opposite of that, a little bit of yin to your yang, over on the vlog channel, I've been starting to post up the content from Monterey Car Week. So shameless self-promotion plug on youtube.com/Jordan Marin. Hey, now we have other channels to cross from other channels and permutations, and we can, how many combinations can we do of one channel promoting the other? I suppose it'd be 7 times 6. So dang, that'd be like quite a few, because I can do math off the top of my head. 42. I know my multiplication tables. Anyway, let's jump into the video. Why would you do this to a Corvette? I don't know at all. It also looks like the wing is on facing the wrong way. So it's like they need a lot of downforce when they're going in reverse, which is a strange concept. Means when they're driving forward quickly, it's gonna give them lift. So maybe they want this thing to actually fly. This doesn't seem like the best thing to do on a car, ever. In fact, I wonder if it's actually a Corvette, or if it just has Corvette parts on it. I don't know at this point. Looks like a Frankenstein monster. Found the legendary truck. Is this the same one that we've seen before? Because people have actually linked me pictures. I don't know if they've seen this truck in person, or if this weird, bizarre, lifted back stance is just something multiple people have done on their trucks, and I don't understand why. Just looks like the truck is constantly analyzing what's in front of it on the road, which could be a good thing, I guess. It's like a dog that's trying to sniff out a scent. The truck's trying to sniff out the nearest gas station to refuel. Who needs GPS or Google Maps when you can have your car sniff out the nearest gas station? Self-driving cars of the future, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be by scent. A man drives this car to my office where we work for a $5 billion corporation. Hey man, if you wanna get promoted, you gotta show that you're a leopard or jaguar, cheetah, or whatever they're going for in this particular case. I suppose leopard. Also, the mirror is falling off. So the leopard's missing one of its ears, which is a bit unfortunate. It's hard to be an apex predator if you don't have all of your senses working in full capacity. Also, I don't think it's allowed to cover your headlights in leopard skin. Also, it's already a Prius, so I guess I'm not like super bothered. I got linked this clip the other day, and it was like a Prius meetup. I think it was in Japan, and all the Priuses were slammed and cambered and scraping on the driveway of the parking lot, getting out, and I was just baffled and mind-boggled. I feel like posting PT Cruisers is almost cheating. I don't know. Why does it look so much more like a face than other cars? That all cars kind of look like a face, but this one even more so just looks like a face. It looks like just the eyes, and it's some kind of very strange looking mustache. There's a baleen. It's like a mix with a whale. Also, what is that supposed to be? Is that like supposed to be kind of a Jaguar emblem on there? And then you've also got the hat, the little sun visor right there for some reason, to create lift so it can race with that Corvette we first saw. And then this isn't stock. This bumper, is it? I don't. And then the grill isn't stock, and that nothing. I just don't know why you'd spend money to do that. I mean, sure, if the parts were given to you for free, the labor was free. I saw an Ask Reddit a long time ago. It was something along the lines of, "Dear PT Cruiser owners, how did you get to this point in life?" Midwest life. You know, out of necessity, when you need AC, you need AC, so you can't really fault it. And they've done their best to kind of like hook up the wires in a way that they're not at least dangling outside the car. And then I'm not so sure about the whole, you know, Jeep light thing going on here, but maybe their headlights don't actually work. In which case, I still don't think that this will pass legally. You know, who's counting anyway, right? That thing's probably blinding anyone coming in traffic. So they're just like, wow, how could this dude turn his brights on? That is some wild lighting. And they don't actually realize the car's lights aren't working and it's a third-party add-on. I'm sure that AC works beautifully, though, if it's not just completely draining the battery. Okay, I'm sure that thing just blasts. It's probably great. I have a lot of questions I like how they use the antenna to kind of separate what was going on here. It's like from the antenna to the right, it looks like a car that's being towed on a flatbed. From the antenna to the left, it looks like a large truck, but it's both. And it's just weird. Like, you did a good job integrating the Explorer into the front end of the truck, but then it's just looks like an afterthought with the wheel well. And I wonder if the wheel is just actually still there. The top comment kind of, yeah, it's like an optical illusion. I'm just so confused. I feel like this is actually a truck, but there's like a Ford Explorer that's just parked next to it. And somehow the angle at which this is taken, it just makes it look like they're one thing, but I think it's actually one thing. An Explorer would be a 4-wheel drive car though, wouldn't it? So you basically you made this entire thing just front-wheel drive. I'm like envisioning there's just a chain around the tires back here, and it connects to the axle, and it's just spinning it. I don't think that'd be a good idea, but yeah, I guess. That's gotta be the worst steering wheel I've ever seen. It seems like a good way to get splinters potentially, but also, wait, why are there handcuffs on this steering? And that's a bottle of vodka on the shifter handle. You know, honestly, for normal driving, it's actually probably not bad. What you should have done is instead of these handles coming out of it should have been the one that's kind of like the one you can crank around, and then you just spin it. You can kind of do the same thing in this. I wonder if you get in trouble for having a glass bottle substituted as your shift knob. It doesn't seem very safe in the event of an accident because it's not tempered glass. It's just like, imagine being an accident, your hand is on that thing and it just shatters. It's gonna suck. I can see the new trend. Everyone is gonna ask for forged metal rims. What even is that? Is that just like a piece of part of a furniture, an outdoor table set, or did they actually make it specifically for the wheel? It'd be really funny if someone they lost their hubcap and then they just notice a piece of their outdoor furniture lying around. They're like, oh, that looks pretty circular. I wonder how big that is. Let's just give it a measure. Wow, that fits pretty well. Let's just stick it on in there. Wow, dude. You know, it's so when you get the time machine, you can still fit in back in like the French Revolution driving around. I'm sure you'd have no issues driving around in a car. And during that period of time, no one would just kill you for being a witch or something like that. It would never take place. First time poster. Hope I got this right. That's just an impressively large spoiler, and I'm sure it generates a lot of downforce. I'm not sure that it's entirely necessary, but I mean, they've got the roll cage, they've got the downforce, and I'm sure they're making record time on their pizza deliveries. I want this person delivering my pizzas. Although, I don't know if you've seen that Domino's ad campaign about them paving over potholes. They put like cameras inside of the pizza boxes to show you, hey, if you're hitting potholes, look at what's happening to your pizza. We're gonna fund some pothole removal, pothole filling in so that you get less destroyed pizza on the way to your house. And I was like, you know what, I respect this campaign. It's great, and I'm talking about it, giving you free promotion for it. So anyway, I want this guy delivering my pizzas as long as the pizza doesn't end up smashed, you know, as he's hitting those apexes. With more of a fleet like this, Domino's could bring back their 30 minutes or less of your money back, which they abandoned a long time ago because it was costing them too much money. They just needed this dude. No one liked it on Awesome Car Mods. That's obviously something that Epic Games made. Also, just horrible quality image. You can't really, it doesn't really fit in either category. It's just a battle bus build that obviously Epic Games paid money to have it on display at an event, so I don't know. That's way too well done for anyone to have just like gone and done it themselves. But you know, the folks on YouTube who are killing on Fortnite, I mean, they could definitely afford to do it. Saw this on Craigslist. Car has a fascinating story though. They pulled a Top Gear here. Seems like, except it only works on like one side. Was this actually on Top Gear? No, I don't think so. Hold on, accidental Top Gear. Did that exist? Because I could have sworn, I know I came up with that phrase on my own, but I can't remember. Did someone create this subreddit after, wait a minute, when was it? A community for 10 months. Wait, 4,700? I'm pretty sure I'm responsible for this. I said there should be a subreddit for accidental Top Gear, and then someone did it, and I looked at it and I thought nothing of it, and now it's like, it's blossomed into its own, look, hundreds of upvotes on things. I feel so accomplished seeing a baby of mine spread its wings. Dance Hall Day Love Caca. Low budget reverse. It's funny, other than the fact where you're getting way, way, way too close already if that thing goes off. Although I guess that's kind of like a European parking job, right? Where people actually use their bumpers in many situations. I do remember when I was in Paris walking around, I was absolutely mortified at how close cars were parked together, parallel parking. I think I'm pretty good at parallel parking, but that was on a whole nother level. Definitely a lot of bumper dings there. This could come in handy there, though, because a lot of those cars probably don't have backup cameras either or parking sensors, and it's just like, nah, you're just gonna wing it. That's why everyone has tiny cars. Maybe I could have gotten away with it in the Fiat 500 if I still had that. Just do that for an old car and you'll be great. British engineering at its finest. What actually is that? Wait, did they combine whatever the start of that was with a Rolls-Royce grille with a Pope Mobile bubble? Because that's what that looks like. Unless, is that used in other situations? Like, I mean, that's obviously not exactly how the Pope Mobile is, but it's kind of the similar concept. Maybe that's another, it can be for parking. You can just poke up in that bubble rather than having to get out of your car, look how close you are, and then be like, all right, I got a little bit more room, all right. Also though, with the grill, it's a good way to kind of give yourself more room because you think that you're really close to the car in front of you, but in fact, it's actually that protrudes farther than the rest of the car. So it's a good way to keep you safe from hitting another car. So that's why they did it. Very smart. I'm pretty sure the owner bought this car when it was pimped out and started making it normal again. One like, one prayer for the Civic to get healthy again. All right, Facebook. I mean, I don't know. The only way to tell would be if you're the one who's seen this on multiple occasions and it's slowly gotten less and less race flames. I mean, the easiest way to do that would just probably be to vinyl wrap it. Assuming that's what maybe that's already what you're doing there, but you wouldn't go panel by panel. It's probably just spray painting the panels on his own. The paint job looks pretty decent. See, that's the thing though, it has a decal on the windshield. That's pretty easy to take off if you really care about making things look a little bit less unnecessarily dramatic. Speed tech on my regular old Honda Civic. No changes to the engine, but if you put a sticker on the windshield, that gives you an extra 5 horsepower. The spoiler. I don't know if I'm consistent on spoiler horsepowers. Very curious to see like what are all the numbers I've said for spoiler horsepowers over the months and years, but we'll go with 100 on this one. The stripes give you like at least 20 more. It's probably got a 0 to 60 time at least in the mid 7s. Why? But oh, not a time, but a senpai. Were the other 6 taken? Like you're the 7th senpai. Sorry, just senpai. Senpai 1, senpai spelled with a 1 instead of an I. Senpai 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were all taken. You had to be the 7th one, but at least to go along with that, you're not that. Why the winky face though? You didn't really need any of the other stuff here. Just having the license plate is kind of funny, but then you added more stuff and I don't know why you added more stuff. Maybe it's a reference that I don't get. That's possible. Whatever works for you. I prefer to read it as not a Entei. You know, this isn't the Pokemon Entei. I have a hard time calling this a Sheethy because it's done so well. It's actually kind of impressive. I'm sure it added a lot of weight. I know it's not actual bricks and it's a vinyl of some sort. They didn't just install the Minecraft shader mod. They installed the 3-dimensional like mapping of the textured shaders and stuff. They went all the way on this one while also definitely adding a lot of weight to the car because it's got to actually be a little bit thicker. Like, is it the thickness of this here or is this just going over the edge of the hood? I can't even tell, but it is very well done. It's kind of impressive, and I like they actually have just brick slats here for the wheel arches. It's not bad. Probably a pain in the ass to clean with all the grooves and ridges and stuff like that, but not bad. I've been waiting for a video like this to surface. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Here's the thing: hitting a speed bump at an angle doesn't do anything. All right. Even if you have a front lift. No reason putting up a lift or anything for a speed bump because at the end of the day, like the clearance of your car, you have to fully go over the thing. It's just, you gotta go straight on. There's nothing you can do about it because you're gonna scrape the center of your car even if you take it at an angle to begin with. Why is your car so low? And And why didn't you just realize that you needed to turn around before doing, like, if you have a car this low, you have to realize sometimes that it's not gonna just turn around. It's not happening. There are certain places you're not gonna be able to go, and this is one of them. Also, that exhaust, I don't know why. I don't know why about a lot of things. I'm also wondering if that missing body panel right there is just another thing that came off in another incident. Just push it back. Just push it back. You're gonna have to do it again. You don't want to go through this twice. I don't know. All right, that is it for the last month of Sheet the Car Mod. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and make sure to like if you like, but also subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want to listen to music playing in the background, links in the outro over on Metroom Music. Also check out the vlogs of not Sheet the Car Mods from Car Week. I'll see you next time.